Class 7th, subject Geography. The topic is continue from first two presentations, that is changing face of earth. This presentation is prepared by Mr. Taslim Arif and Mr. Shaukat Ahmed Bhatt. In a previous presentation we talked about action of a river. Now in this presentation we will talk about action of glaciers. First, let's know what this glacier is. Glacier means moving ice. When huge volume of snow is accumulated on the high altitude, this continuous heaping ultimately increases the tendency of that very mass of snow to move under the impact of gravity. Then this movement of ice is called as glacier. While glacier moves down the slope, it forms two types of activities. In the upper course, the activities are called as erosional activities, and in the lower course, the activities are called as depositional activities. Now let us see. In the upper course of this river, this glacier, we see sometimes some lakes on top of a mountain. We must know that this lake is created because of erosive activity of a glacier. Like glacier from the top of mountain moves in this direction, it can move in this direction, it can move in any direction. The rock which was there on the peak of a mountain, that rock remains there, and with the erosive, with the weathering activities, there is a creation of crater. That crater, when water is stored in that crater, that forms a kind of lake. We see this esker, we see kettle lakes, we see in the lower part of this glacial movement outwash plain, and the material which is brought down by the action of glacier is never uniform. Since it's not deposited by any water body, that means there is change in the size of material from big size to small and to smaller. In glacier, it brings down material of all size, and that's called as moraine. Moraines is the deposition of material or sediments of varying size when it comes down the slope to its final stage. Now moving forward, we see glaciers in the upper reaches form U-shaped valleys, and the U-shaped valleys are carved out because of the volume of ice. This is how glaciers contribute in changing the landscape of an area. Now moving forward, we have another very important agent of gradation of changing landscape, that is sea waves. We know that because of attraction from the moon, because of movement of wind and other contributing factors, the water in the oceans take high and low tides and strike against the coast. While striking against the coast, they carve out different land features. When water intrudes in the land, it forms the bay, and in bay, the continuous striking of the sea waves with the coast causes erosion, and that erosive material is deposited along the land. That's called a beach. And coming here, with continuous erosive activities of sea waves, pillar-like structures are seen in the oceans. Those are called sea stacks. And at times, we are very much aware that the composition of rocks vary. We have soft and hard rocks. We have a hard rock here, we have hard rock here. Between the two, it was a soft rock zone. That's why a kind of cave is created by the action of sea waves. That's called as natural bridge, and such cave is called as sea cave. Now, with continuous movement of sea waves, a lot of sediment and erosive material comes down and is deposited along the banks of ocean. That new creation of platform of land is called as wave cut landform, wave cut platform. This was the action of sea waves. Moving forward, we have another important agent of gradation which very much contributes its changing landscape, that's wind. And wind plays a significant role mostly in deserts. Two types of activities are also connected with the wind, that's erosive as well as depositional activity. Since we know that winds moving at a very high speed in deserts carry along with them huge amount of sand. That sand strikes against the lower limits of rock, leading cutting of rock continuously close to the surface. Ultimately, this gives to the formation of a typical structure called mushroom rock. At times it can be difference of hard and soft rock, then this type of structure is created. But the deposition of this wind in the desert, a kind of mountain of sand is created, that's called sand dune. Then sand dunes are of different types. Some are longitudinal, some are of crescent shape. That ultimately depends upon the place where that sand dune is deposited. This was all about how different agents of gradation and how both internal as well as external processes exert and operate to change the shape of land continuously. Thanks for watching. So nice of you.